So I did have to make a shortcut here just because my phone did overheat a little bit, and it should be good to go now. But going to the top here, so these are the three garage door openers. There's on the sun visor, there's a mirror on the driver's side that's lighted. And same thing on the passenger side. And like standard vehicles, you know, they come out and all that other stuff. At the top here, this is a sunglass holder. This is for one of the lights, this button here. And this button here is for the other light. And like I said, everything here is all LED. This button here lights up everything, including the back. This, you know what? I've never even used this button, so I can't even tell you what that's for. If you know what that's for, if you know what this is for here, leave it in the comment section down below. Yeah, interesting. So let's turn this on. Foot on the brake. So these two buttons here. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention that there's independent driver's side and passenger side temperatures. But going back to the top here, this button here is for the sunshade for the panoramic roof. This is closed, this is open, so we'll open it up. And it'll go a certain distance, and then you push the button again. It'll go even further, and this panoramic sunroof is massive. And then if I want, I could push this center button. This opens up a vent, just to allow air in. Opens up the sunroof as a vent. To close it, I'll push the close button. And to open the entire sunroof, this button right here. Now my beast that I had that you'll see on my very early videos that I used to travel across the country had a sunroof, but it didn't have anything panoramic like this. And I mean, I'm spoiled. For me, I have to have a sunroof, I have to have a leather interior, I have to have all of those things. But you can see how much sun comes in. Also, a lot of it is blocked because of my rooftop carrier, but overall, it's still a great thing to have a panoramic sunroof. So I'll close that. And then I'll close the sunshade. It'll go halfway. Push it one more time and it closes completely. And since this is a cut in the video, I did find my twin turbo decal. It was in one of the pockets there that I didn't see. And briefly, since we're on this side here, and I'll shut the truck off. So, if you're wondering what these hold coins. nickels, dimes, quarters, loonies. It does not hold toonies. But thankfully it holds loonies. You know, this truck is manufactured in the United States, and the Americans were kind enough to think of to think about you know, our currency. So a quarter will fit. Let's see what I have in here. Well, I only have quarters and loonies and toonies. So a loonie will fit. Do I have a toonie? I think I have a toonie in here. Oh, I do. A toonie does not fit anywhere. If you're not familiar, if you're not from Canada or you've never been to Canada, maybe you don't know Canadian currency, or maybe you're new to the country and you don't know Canadian currency. Either way, loonies are the $1 Canadian coin. Toonies are the $2 Canadian coin. But yeah, that's that there is to hold the coins. Again, I have storage on both sides of the center console. Here, I keep a little gift for when I'm going into Vancouver or downtown Victoria, and this is my everyday carry. I will make another video on everyday carries. And I've owned these CRKTs for quite a number of years. This one's fairly new, but my titanium handled one, I've had that for over a decade. They don't even make those anymore. So now let's pop the hood. Oh, I already did. And discuss some of the powertrain. Now this video is a rather long video, but you know, I'm trying to make this as thorough as possible. A lot of my previous videos, as far as ownership, were not in depth, so I'm going to be redoing those. From my EOS wallet to my Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV to my GoPro Hero 9 Black. I'm going to be reviewing, doing an update on those. The hood latch is inside here. You have to push towards the passenger side, lift up. There are gas charged shocks to make it easier. And because this truck has a slight lift to it, it is a little bit more difficult, even at my height and my reach, to reach certain things. I do have a catch can here, and everything else here is stock. The whole entire truck, as far as powertrain and drivetrain is concerned, is purely stock. You will not see me put a cold air intake or anything. I have an extended warranty. I purchased an extended warranty at the time of purchase, so my truck is still under warranty up until 200,000 kilometers. So if I do anything significant, I could void the warranty, and I do not want to do that. So the only real change I made was a single catch can for the passenger side. But other than that, the truck is stock. So it's a 3.5 liter EcoBoost made into a 10-speed automatic transmission. I think it's a 10R80. There is a 2.7 liter EcoBoost, which I do not have. I have the 3.5 because it's more powerful, and it is the majority of the Lariats are featuring the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. At the time of manufacturing, this was the most powerful engine available. This is what was featured under Raptor, and I did consider purchasing a Raptor. It was out of my budget quite a bit. I actually could have done it, but I did not want to spend 7 years paying off a truck. So I opted for this instead. And also, again, the Raptor does not come with a 2-meter long bed. Oh, I guess one of the things I forgot to show was the the rear sliding glass. So I'm just going to show quickly the rear sliding glass. So this button here slides the glass in the back. That's a really nice feature. One of the biggest selling points to me was the truck is all aluminum, the body panels at least. The ladder frame is still steel as it normally would be, and the bumpers are all steel. You know what? I will not purchase a vehicle with a plastic bumper. So the Nissans, I mean, I don't think they even build the Titan anymore, but the Nissans, the General Motors, the trucks that have plastic bumpers, and some of the Rams have plastic bumpers. I will not purchase a truck with a fucking plastic bumper. If it doesn't have a steel bumper, then fuck off. I mean, it sounds harsh, but realistically, that's just how it is for me. I will not own a truck with a plastic bumper. It has to have a steel bumper. So these are steel in the front and in the back, but the body panels on the truck are all aluminum. Now, if you ever get a chance to come up to one, and if you push it, you'll feel it. It flexes a lot more than a steel-bodied truck would. So it does flex when you push on it. But one of the wonderful things, and I've had to deal with this in my previous vehicles, I've had rust on my previous F-150. I had rust at the cab corners. I've had rust all along the top of the wheel arch. On my old FX4, I had rust there. I don't want to deal with rust, and I plan on keeping this truck for a very long time. I usually keep my vehicles around a 300,000 kilometer mark. That's how long I usually keep my vehicles, with the exception of a few that were absolute pieces of shit. You know, if it's an absolute piece of shit, I'd ditch it right away. But this, I really like this. It's served me quite well so far. It has not been problem free. But one of the things, like I said, I don't have to worry about rust around the cab corners, rust at the bottom of the doors, or anything like that. I don't have to worry about that ever. And if you live in a rust-prone area, that's something to strongly consider. Yeah, I should polish that up a little. Do that on the next time. You know, we'll take a quick peek underneath here. Also, I did remove the air dam. The air dam sat so freaking low. That it would snag on a lot of things if I ever went off-roading. So you can see I recently, just yesterday, repainted the frame. Not completely done. Hopefully when I get a chance, I'll do that again. Now, as far as leaks are concerned, this has the two-piece oil pan, the two-piece plastic and metal oil pan. It's not the single metal oil pan that is on some of the later models. This has leaked more than once, so that's one of the issues I've had. Right now, there's a small leak here at this CV joint. Inboard CV joint has a slight leak to it. I'll have to get that done out of my own pocket, because that's not covered under warranty. The whole entire exhaust is stock. I mean, like I said, I haven't really done very many upgrades to the truck. But yeah, as far as problems are concerned, just the two-piece oil pan's leaked. I have this leaking CV joint. I mean, like at 200,000 kilometers, fine, whatever. No problems with the intercooler or anything else like that. The intercooler and all that is all stock. You know, been through a couple sets of brakes and all that. I did remove the front skid plate. It would be located right here. I did remove it just to paint the frame. And if you can see in the back, it has a two-piece drive shaft. Now, you can't talk about the EcoBoost without talking about the cam phaser issue. Now, I do not have the cam phaser issue yet, but it will eventually happen, and then I'm going to have to save up for that, but I'll see if I could get that repaired under warranty or replaced under warranty. Yeah, that's I don't know if you could see from here. Might be a little difficult to see, but I do have the spacer in the front. And going to the back here, you can see the rear lift block is not the factory lift block. This is raised a little bit, not too significant. And this is the full-size spare tire. Kind of unusual that it's an aluminum spare tire rather than a steel wheel, but I have it inverted so that I can access the valve to inflate, because I like to check my tire pressures regularly. And normally I would paint the underside, but I didn't need to paint the underside just because, well, it's all aluminum. But I did paint the parts that were steel. It's nice knowing that I never have to worry about rust. So I'll hop right in, and I'm just going to discuss again some of the reasons why I chose this, all the faults, all the issues, on all the wonderful things. But in order to do that, we should probably go for a drive. So I'll cut to the drive. So I just needed a quick washroom break, but two things I missed, because there are a lot of features on this truck. This is the lane keeping assist, and this is the parking assist. And I don't use either one of those. Also, in the front here, you'll see this little strip. That's an LED light that actually lights up to warn me if I'm about to rear end somebody. And it's worked a couple times before when some asshole cut me off and I had to hit the brakes. It will give me a visual warning. And there was one time when I was mucking about with the radio, and I wasn't looking in front of me, and the car in front of me slowed down while I was still accelerating, and it was a great big flash against the windscreen here, and audible beeping just to warn me that I'm about to raise my insurance rates by smoking somebody. So I hit the brakes. This is my EOS titanium wallet, and coincidentally, it fits perfectly right here. Absolutely perfect. Looks good beside my CRKT titanium handled M16 knife. I have these knives with me at the moment because I was planning on making a video reviewing these knives, but these tactical folders, but I won't be doing those today. I've just been too damn busy. Also on the gear shift here, up and down, I could shift through 10 gears manually. I have to go into manual mode to do that. And DM here, that's for the drive mode. So let's fire this up. My phone is starting to overheat again, and hopefully we'll get some footage. Okay, turn on the lights. Close the center armrest, and in drive we are. Now selecting drive mode, I can switch from normal, tow haul, if it's a little slippery out, snow wet, eco mode, and sport mode. I generally drive on eco mode. And as you can see, I've been averaging, according to the computer, 13.7 liters per 100 kilometers. This is not purely accurate. I calculate my actual fuel consumption, and this is off by 1 liter. So I'm actually consuming around 15 liters per 100 kilometers. That's my fuel economy in real life. So it isn't too accurate, but isn't too far off. As you can see on the left, right over here, those are the 10 gears I could choose from. But on eco mode, I'm not able to choose those gears unless I manually select them. Pull off the parking brake. I should mention, so despite having stock intercooler, stock turbos, stock everything, it has a mild tune. It has a mild 87 tune, and I didn't want to go, some guys are running hot tunes despite having stock components. If you're going to run a hot tune that's pushing, say, 100 horsepower plus and 150 newton meters of torque plus, that's a lot of power to be pushing out there on stock components. I mean, if that's you and choose to do that, then that's your deal, but not for me. Especially, like I said, I'm still under warranty. I don't want to do anything that will ruin my warranty. So the tune I'm running claims, I never had this dynoed, claims that Cuddle Buddy is pushing now 400 horsepower. Stock is 375. And newton meters of torque, I believe, was 630. They say I should be pushing around 680, something like that. 680 newton meters of torque. I mean, that's a lot of torque. I mean, stock, these are actually pretty quick. It's, you know, for a truck at stock, like this outperforms my previous Hemi and my previous 5.4, outperforms my previous 5-liter Coyote easily. And that's just on when it was stock, and that's just on 87 petrol. If I had premium petrol like 93, it would do even better. But I'm running just 87 octane and just with a very mild tune. So it is pushing out a little bit more than stock. At least that's what's claimed by the tuner. Like I said, the only way to really tell is to dyno, but I'm not going to go into that. I mean, for everything that's involved, why bother? That's not me again. So I'm gonna put this up on the dash. Hopefully this doesn't fall, and we'll go for a quick drive. Oh shit. Now this does take some getting used to as far as dimensions are concerned. Usually when I park, I always park in reverse. Even when I had my little Mazda, I always parked in reverse. And as far as parking spots are concerned in an urban environment, it is difficult to find a place that I fit. I usually park far and just walk. You know, that's just how it is. It's something that I had to get used to, but it's not such a big deal. Parallel parking is not difficult at all with all the cameras. So using this as a daily driver every day is not really all that difficult. I mean, it's very useful. I mean, I use this for work and I use this for play. This is a type of vehicle where, with the exception of, you know, considerable fuel economy and its dimensions, this is something that I could daily drive. Like most people daily drive this. This is nice enough where it's so functional to have a truck like this. It's nice enough that I could pick up a chick, take her around, whatever, go hiking on the weekends or whatever, and still use this for work. I don't need multiple vehicles. I turn it into sport mode. Right now I'm in eco mode, but on sport mode it is a lot of fun. Actually, I'll turn it on to sport right now. And let's go. Okay, that's 110 kilometers an hour. I'm not going to go any further than that, any faster than that. But yeah, that was sport mode. It's fun. Honestly, it's fun for such a big truck. It goes. I can only imagine what it would have been like if I purchased the Raptor instead. Yeah, and this is just on a mild 87 tune. Eventually, when my warranty expires, I will upgrade the intercooler. I'll probably keep the turbo stock. And I'll probably put a hotter tune, like a 91 octane tune. But that's not for a while. Also, just comparing to the Ram Rebel, which I nearly purchased instead of this. The Ram Rebel has an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is a 10-speed, it's 10R80. I believe it's a 10R80. This is far from smooth. Oh, there goes a Raptor right there on the left lane there. There goes a Raptor. The one I was going to purchase looked just like that. It was black, but it was quite a bit more expensive than this, and this wasn't cheap. But yeah, the Ram uses an 8-speed automatic transmission, and the Ram has a very, very nice smooth shifting ZF transmission. This 10R80, it is not smooth shifting at all. Not on eco mode, not on sport mode, not on normal mode, not on any mode. I know there are transmission tunes available, but I did not use a transmission tune because, again, if I fuck around with anything too much, that could void my warranty, and that was made very clear to me at the dealership, and that's understandable. I had the 6-speed. I had a 2011 F-150 with the 6-speed gearbox mated to the 5-liter Coyote, and that was awesome. That truck, I only had it for a very short period of time. The low-end torque from the engine wasn't all that great, but once it kicked in, you felt the torque. It was much more high revving than the 5.4 liter Triton that I had previously. But the 5.4 liter Triton I had on my 2004, it felt like it ran out of steam at higher RPMs, and the 5-liter Coyote was the opposite. It didn't have that much low-end torque, but it went when you needed it to go once you hit mid-range. But the gem on that particular generation, I believe that's a 12th generation, 2009 to 2014. That one had the 6-speed gearbox, and that 6-speed gearbox that Ford had previously was awesome. It was smooth, it shifted crisp, it was quick in shifting. It wasn't rough like this. This one is like, I don't know if it, I wouldn't say like the transmission has Down syndrome, but it's almost like the transmission has some level of autism or something. And that's not to say, like, don't be a snowflake and flag me for saying this. I mean, that's just a joke. So if you're already offended, click on something else. Okay. But the transmission itself, the 10-speed, I'm impressed with how many gears they have, and I'm impressed with how efficient it is, but I am not impressed with the driving characteristics at all. It should be, for a vehicle this expensive, it should be smoother. And even if it was a base model XL, like the base model F-150 that had the 10-speed gearbox, it should be much smoother than what it shifts like at the moment. The dealer said they can't do anything about it. It's had a transmission update and all that. This is just how it is, and it's been like this since ownership. So that's one of the downsides. Don't really particularly know where I'm going. Actually, you know what? Let's pull into Walmart and let's go park this truck, and I'll show you how easy it is to park.